What's the stupidest thing you've done?
I emailed everyone's annual work evaluations to everyone collectively.
Went through multiple bulbs and a couple mechanic visits over a couple weeks, only to realize I was changing the wrong headlight. My wife won't let that one go.
In junior high school, I was running down the stairs at lunchtime, and when I got to the point where there were 3 steps left, I thought I'd do something kind of cool and fun and jump down and skip the last 3 steps. I stupidly did not look up and realize that there was a flight of stairs above the stairs I was on, and I was pretty tall. I leapt, and a second later the lights went out. Next thing I knew, I was waking up with a bunch of people crowded around me. I forget how long I had a headache afterwards, for obvious reasons.
In high school, I lived in the basement and thought it was cool to go in and out through the basement windows. I lost my saxophone for a few days and couldn't find it anywhere. I finally realized that I had been using it as a step stool to get in and out of the windows several times a day. In an unrelated story, I often get foggy eyes in the shower and then realize I left my glasses on.
Engineering major here. Proudly installed cabinet handles to the inside of the door. Closed the thing only to realize.
Text somebody that they left their phone at my house when their phone is right there in my hand.
Walked into a gas station, paid for gas, then for some reason, got in my car and just drove off without fueling my car.
Got a vasectomy, got it reversed, then got another vasectomy. Snip, snap, snip, snap. You have no idea the physical toll that 3 vasectomies has on the body.
I was once driving an ATV at work and had a song in my head. I then reached for a non-existent volume button to try and turn the music up.
Almost got run over by a bus for a quarter once.
I played with pipe bombs when I was a teenager because they're fun. I didn't hurt myself or kill anyone, but I definitely could have if I ever got careless. I blew up a discarded propane tank in a deep ravine. The police showed up. I did not get arrested. I just played dumb and left. I figured that was a good opportunity to quit while I was ahead. I still have all my fingers and no criminal record. Time to walk away.
I stuck my tongue to a cart in the frozen foods freezer at work once.
I smoked crack. Clean almost 2 years. E.
I tried to catch a bee because I thought it was a butterfly. It stung me.
So was installing a light fixture, and it suddenly got very dark outside. I said, "It's so dark here. Let me turn on the light for you." I forgot he was installing the light fixture that I just tried to turn on.
Didn't bother with a condom for a one-night stand who swore she was on birth control. She wasn't.
Today, I put power steering fluid in my brake reservoir, so there's that.
Drove drunk. No accident, no close calls, everything was totally fine. Doesn't matter, still an absolutely terrible decision.
As a kid, I slammed my own head in the car door. I was so busy making sure that I wouldn't slam my arms or legs in the door that I somehow forgot. Luckily, it wasn't that hard of a slam, so, if I recall correctly, it didn't do any significant damage, just a bump on my head for a bit.
Tried to fly a kite in a Category 1 hurricane.
Caught a couple of rattlesnakes by hand while I was alone and far from any possibility of help. I wanted to be a herpetologist at the time and caught lots of non-venomous snakes in those days. I got lucky and wasn't bit.
Tried to kill a spider with bug spray and a lighter and almost lit the house on fire because there were so many cobwebs.
Put the straw in the juice box. My brain farted, and in the split second that I thought it was still sealed, I managed to shake it and spilled juice all over me and my laptop. The laptop is fine. My dignity is not.
Honestly, probably starting smoking pot. In one way or another, it led me down the road to almost all my problems. I haven't been able to find something that flips my switch like pot does ever since I was 14. I'm 28 now. I feel empty, alone, like I'm on a straight road towards nowhere in particular. I feel okay when I'm stoned, but life is almost unbearable without it. I've been in and out of treatment counseling so many times that I self-analyze nearly everything I do, think about other people's actions, thoughts about me in an unhealthy way. I recognize all this, but I just keep getting stoned. It's a complete vicious cycle.
Not a singular time, but sometimes if I point towards something and then just drop my arm, it will smack me right in the nut. Did it twice last week.
I went to school for 4 years, only to realize I don't want to continue this degree.
Put butane from a lighter into a can, but lighter in can, it violently burned me. 2nd-degree burns. Or maybe the time when I was little, I stuck my hand on a waffle iron. Or maybe when I ate a pizza roll that came straight out of the microwave and caused a giant blister to form on the inside of my mouth. I have too many stories of me burning myself.
Well, it's hard to choose, but it has to be when I tried to test a lamp socket with an automotive fuse tester.
There was a substitute teacher for my class in 5th grade. My real teacher keeps his gum in his desk. I decided to steal 2 pieces. Very dumb of me to do so. But then the next day, when my real teacher is back, that is when I decide to chew the gum. Thing is, it is one of those extremely strong-smelling gum, and my desk was set out right in front of his desk. Needless to say, I got caught. At first, he questioned me to see if I just happened to have the same gum as him, or if I did indeed steal it. I was too scared to lie, so I just told him the truth.
Shaking a bottle of hair bleach when it was clogged nearly burned my eyes out.
Went to a psychiatric appointment, manic.
Was a loyal employee of a small family-owned company for 28 years. Did not get paid much, never took decent vacations, and had to mostly run the daily operations and manage all the employees and workflow. Was hoping to buy the company when owner retired. Turned down many offers from other companies that paid more and gave great benefits packages. Soon after the owner died, the family fired me and thought they could do it better. I now work for a great company in the same field. I earn double what I made before and have taken around 60 of the former company's revenue away. Lesson for all of you. Do not ever be loyal to a company boss or co-workers when there's a better opportunity for you out there.
Pouring white gas, camping fuel into the fireplace, there was an insert in it, therefore it did have a locking door, and lighting it. Thinking I could close the door before it ignited. I was probably 13 and my plan failed spectacularly. Fireball in room, eyebrows singed, smell of singed burn hair. Luckily, nothing in the room caught fire and my parents never found out. But a truly stupid moment.
When I was a kid, I didn't know what a car lighter was. I picked it up, saw the bright red side and thought I should touch that. Burned my fingerprint off.
Once missed my layover at O'Hare because I was listening to music and playing a stupid game on my phone and didn't realize I was facing the wrong gate. When I realized I was looking at the wrong gate, it was too late and then plane had already left, leaving me stuck at the airport until the next flight the next morning 11 hours later.
Almost forget to wish you a happy cake day. 3.
I electrocuted myself when I was 5 after putting a bobby pin in an electrical socket. I was a curious and dumb kid.
I burned cereal when I was 19. I wanted warm frosted flakes but ended up with burned flakes.
Never again volunteer yourself.
When I was 3 years old, I ate an entire pack of my mum's birth control pills because I thought they were candy.
Once, when living at the beach, I got drunk at a house maybe 2 miles from my house, but probably less. I decided to float home in the current instead of walking, biking, or staying the night. The sound, calm water behind the island is freaking scary at night. You know there's plankton or something that glows in the water when disturbed, so you can see fish swimming up to or away from you, but they look bigger than they are. You know how dark and quiet it can get back there? Once I got to my pier, I remembered about barnacles and crap, but I was lucky my neighbor had their boat in the water, so I used it to climb out. 10-10 stupid.
I let my depression destroy my relationship and most of my life.